When it comes to Michigan's budding marijuana industry, we're learning it's a tough business to be in. Pot shop owners struggle with even the basics, like finding a bank to do business with.
News 8's Jacqueline Francis here now to break down the barriers and possible solutions.
Brian and Sue, marijuana is one of the few, if not the only industry that gets caught in the divide of state and federal law, which makes the costs and challenges of being in the business unlike any other.
The headlines in the news are the revenue numbers, the sales numbers, how much millions of dollars of product was sold.
Big money is rolling in after a week of recreational sales in Michigan.
But what's missed is the cost of generating those dollars.
So we have the distillate darts too.
As the buzz of legalized marijuana begins to wear off, we're starting to learn just how complicated the cannabis industry can be, especially for small business owners looking to open up shop.
I don't think people are fully aware of all the obstacles that these entrepreneurs have to jump through.
As the head of the cannabis group for Raymond, an accounting and consulting firm in Grand Rapids, Eric Shoemaker helps clients navigate these challenges. Obstacles that mostly stem from the discrepancy in state and federal law. Because while in Michigan, the use of medical and recreational marijuana is legal at the state level, it's still in violation of federal law.
As a result, there's a lot of nuances and a lot of limitations on access to services, access to the same type of things that any other business that operates in the United States would be able to be afforded.
Finding a bank to do business with is one of the biggest challenges.
Everyone who participates in the marijuana industry at the state level is potentially violating federal law. And so the banks are just like everyone else.
Bob Hendricks, an attorney who specializes in marijuana business law, says when it comes to big banks, doing business with pot shops is just not worth the risk, where smaller or state-chartered banks are more willing to consider.
The smaller banks say, well, what are the chances that the federal government's going to take an interest in me? So I'm going to go ahead and provide services to them because I think it's very unlikely, not that the federal government couldn't, but that the federal government likely won't.
With limited banking options, some businesses are forced to run a cash-only operation, often leaving business owners with no choice but to carry around briefcases full of cash just to pay their taxes.
What other industry puts their owners at such risk, right, where they have to handle the amount of cash and travel the roads or pay somebody to take that risk for them? It's the only industry I'm aware.
Shoemaker says slowly but surely these challenges have started to fade, but the cost of doing business hasn't.
I think there are solutions for almost anything. It's just your options and the cost of those solutions are different.
Both experts say the long-term solution needs to come from Capitol Hill, legalizing medical and recreational marijuana as a nation, a major move they don't expect to see anytime soon. Reporting in the studio, Jacqueline Francis, News 8.